Hello everyone, Namaskara. Today in this video let us discuss about the therapeutic utility of agada yogas from Agada Tantra second phase subject. Firstly, to begin with the agada yogas, let us know about the importance of agada yogas. This is the shloka to be written while writing any kind of agada yogas. As we know, there are 7 agada yogas mentioned in the syllabus, and first one is the Dushi vishari agada. So for those 7 agadas also we need to write the shloka in the beginning. That is agado visha pratikaraha from the Dalana commentary on Sushruta Samhita Sutrasthana. Agado visha pratikaraha. Agada is the one which counteracts the effect of visha, that is known as agada, or which neutralizes the effect of visha is known as agada. As we know that there will be 3 pages allotted for 5 mark question, and each agadas can be asked for 5 marks. So what are the contents to be written for those 3 pages for 5 marks? As you know, in most of the textbooks they have mentioned just the shloka with the reference and its indication and the ingredients used in that particular agada. So the contents to be written for 5 marks and for 3 pages are: firstly, the reference of the shloka, from which reference you have taken the shloka. Then introduction, in which all the samhitas and which acharyas have said about that particular agada, that is to be mentioned. Then shloka, we have to write the shloka. And then ingredients, in that particular agada what are the ingredients used, and that will be obviously mentioned in the shloka itself. Then method of preparation, there will be particular method to prepare a particular agada yoga, so that is to be mentioned here. Then coming to anupana, with what we have to take that agada. Then kala, when it is to be administered. Then indication, during which conditions the particular agada can be given. Then matra, dosage. Mode of administration and mechanism or mode of action, these two are entirely different. Mode of administration refers to the form of medicine, that is it can be given in leha form or vati or gutika. So in which form you are administrating that particular agada. And then mechanism or mode of action is on what basis it acts. The agada acts on particular, like rasa, virya, vipaka, which on which particular concept that particular agada is acting on that visha. That refers to mode of action or mechanism of action. And then research updates. This is the newly added and which is most important in the present contemporary era, which agadas are taken for research and for what they have applied. So it is important to note it here. And these are the points to be covered, and when we have mentioned about the introduction, obviously we need to give a conclusion at last. So these are the points to be covered under each agada. Let's begin with the Dushivishari agada. As I have said previously, we should start with the reference of the shloka. There are chiefly 2 references mentioned here, that is from Sushruta Kalpasthana 2nd chapter 50 to 52nd shloka and Ashtanghrudaya Uttara Tantra 35th chapter 39th shloka. Introduction. Here I will be giving the key points to be covered, but if you want the detailed notes and explanations, you have to follow the Advitya Instagram page for detailed notes. Firstly, Dushivishari agada is the formulation which is administered in the management of Dushivisha and other poisonous conditions. So it is mainly administered in case of Dushivisha, as the name itself suggests, and in other Dushivishajanya vikaras. And then context, in which context it is mentioned. Acharya Sushruta, Acharya Bhagavata and Acharya Bhava Prakasha. These 3 acharyas have mentioned this Dushivishari agada in the context of Dushivisha itself, and they have given the same name. Then Acharya Sushruta has mentioned the 9 drugs while preparing this agada. Acharya Bhava Prakasha has mentioned 10 drugs and Bhagavata has mentioned 12 drugs. By taking these 12 drugs as the chief or base for preparing this agada, so 12 minus 5 is 7, because Acharya Sushruta and Acharya Bhava Prakasha has not mentioned these 5 drugs, that is Kutanata, Nata, Kushta, Yashtimadu and Chandana. These 2 acharyas have removed these 5 drugs, so it will be 7. But they have mentioned the other 2 drugs. Acharya Sushruta has mentioned other 2 drugs and Bhava Prakasha has mentioned other 3 drugs which Acharya Bhagavata has not mentioned. So, which are the 2 drugs that is mentioned by Sushruta in addition? That is Paripelava and Toya. And which are the 3 drugs which is mentioned in addition to these 7? That is Maricha, Balaka and Bruhatela. So these are the introductory points for this Dushivishari agada. Coming to the shloka of this, I have taken the reference of Ashtanghrudaya Uttara Tantra 35th chapter 39th shloka. Pippalyu Dyamakam Mamsi Lodram Illa Suvarchika Kutan Natam Natam Kushtam Yeshti Chandana Gairikam Dushivishari Namna Ayam Na Cha Anyatrapi Varyate. This is the shloka from Ashtangarudaya Uttara Tantra. The other reference is from the Sushruta Kalpasthana, second chapter 58 to 52nd shloka, that is Dushivishatam Susvinna Urdvam Cha Adhasya Shodhitam Payayit Agadam Nityamimam Dushivishapaham Pippalyu Dyamakam Mamsi Shavaraha Paripellavam Suvarchikam Susukshma Elam Toyam Kanaka Gairikam Kshautram Yukto Agado Hesha Dushivisham Pohati Namna Dushivisharistu Na Cha Anyatrapi Varyate. So this shloka you get in the Advitya Instagram page, and this is the one written here from the Ashtangarudaya Uttara Tantra. Coming to the next point, that is the ingredients used in the preparation of the Dushivishari agada, that is Pippali, Yamaka, Jatamansi, Lodra, Ela, Suvarchika, that is Gokshura, Kutanata, Tagara, that is Nata as mentioned in the shloka, then Kushta, Yeshtimadu, Chandana and Gairika. Gairika is mentioned here, so it is the herbo-mineral formulation. If you guys remember the botanical name of these drugs, then it is well and good, so that it can be added on for the scoring. Pippali, that is Piper longum. Jatamansi, that is Nardostachys jatamansi. Ela, that is Elateria cardamom. Next Kutanata, that is Oroxylum indicum. Then Kushta, that is Cercoria lepa. Then Chandara, here it is mentioned as Santalum alba, that is album, that is the Shweta Chandana. Then Dhyamaka, it is Cygopogon martini. Then Lodra, that is Simploxus racemosa. Suvarchika or Gokshura, that is the Thimatribulus terrestris. Then Tagara or Nata, it is the Valerina velici. Yeshtimadu, that is Lycia glabra. And Gairika is the red orchard, that is with the chemical formula Fe2O3, that is the oxide of iron. These are the ingredients used in this preparation. The next point is the method of preparation. Firstly, the 11 herbal drugs are taken in Kalva Yantra and it is made into the coarse powder separately. Then Gairika, that is the mineral, it is also powdered in the Kalva Yantra. Then Shodhana is to be done for this Gairika through Bharjana with Gogrutha. A cow's ghee is taken and then it is fried with Gairika. Then it should be done in an iron vessel till it turns to slight brown color, so that Shodhana of Gairika will be done. Then all these powders are to be mixed to a homogeneous mixture. Then 1 part of these powders and 8 parts of water is to be taken in a vessel, and over Mandagni it is to be reduced to 1/4 part. By this we can see that it is administered in the Kashaya form, so it is to be reduced to 1/4 part. Coming to the Anupana, that is the adjuvant, Madhu, that is honey is taken along with the Dushivishari agada. Then indication, it is indicated in the Dushivisha and Dushivishajanya vikaras. Then Matra, it is if it is administered in the Kashaya form, then it is to be administered with 50 to 100 ml. Then if it is administered in the form of churna, then 3 to 5 grams is to be administered. However, it is better to take the advice of the physician. Then mode of administration, only Acharya Bhava Prakasha has mentioned that it is to be administered in the Kashaya form. Next one is the Kala, that is the time of administration. It is better to administer after the Vamana or the Virechana. As I said previously, it is always better to consult the physician before taking any of these agadas. Then the mechanism or mode of action. Based on these properties, Dushivishari agada acts on the Dushivisha and Dushivishajanya vikaras. That is, it has the rasa pradhanatva of Tikta, Kashaya, Katu and Madhura rasa. Predominance of guna is Lagu and Tikshna guna. Then Virya is Shita Virya. Vipaka is Katu Vipaka. Doshagna karma is Tridosha hara, but mainly it pacifies the Kapha and Pitta. Then coming to the karma, main karmas are listed here. That is Vishagna, that it reduces or pacifies the Visha. Kushtagna, it can be used in case of Kushta also. Deepana karma, that is it increases our digestive fire. Rasayana, Shotahara, in case of Shota also it can be used. And Rakta Shodaka, based on the condition of the patient and Bala, we can administer this Dushivishari agada. Then next point is the research updates. That is, there are 3 points mentioned here. Hepatoprotective activity means the hepatoprotective activity of the Dushivishari agada in the paracetamol-induced hepatotoxicity of vistar rats. Vistar rats, like vistar is the name or of a group of rats which are usually taken for the research purpose, especially in the agadas. Then second point is importance of Dushivishari agada in Tvak rogas with special reference to Dushivishari. It is a literature review. As we know, there are like different kinds of researches taken in the form of literature review or the literary review, or it can be taken in the form of clinical study, but this one was taken in the form of literary review. Then the effect of an Ayurveda antidote Dushivishari agada in carboplatin induced myelosuppression in male vistar rats. So these three are the research updates on this particular agada, that is the Dushivishari agada. Coming to the last point, that is the conclusion. In the present modernized era, the diseases due to the Dushi visha is increasing day by day because due to the constant exposure of radiation, chemicals and etc. As we know, in our day-to-day life, we come across so many like pesticides, fertilizers and even so many adulterations. Due to all these kind of chemical exposure, day by day the cases of Dushi visha and the diseases due to that are increasing. So mainly Dushi vishajanya vikaras or Dushi visha is due to the kapha avarana. So kapha avarana is seen in most of these cases. As I have mentioned in that mode of action, Dushivishari agada is mainly kapha vata hara, and it has the property of vishagna, that it pacifies the visha. So based upon those properties, it is the best choice of medicine in case of Dushi visha and in case of Dushi vishajanya vikaras. By this, we have completed the first agada mentioned in the syllabus of our agada tantra, that is Dushivishari agada. Stay tuned with Advitya. Lokaha samastaha sukino bhavantu. See you all in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.